Hi everyone, it's Leigh here. Thanks for joining me again for another day of Junk Journal January. This will be day 6 and the prompt for today is stitched. So Junk Journal January is hosted by Meg Journals, and this year she's collaborating with Get Missy Art as well as 30 other channels on YouTube. So have a look at Meg's channel for a list of all those other channels to pop over and have a look at. Before I do anything, I got a hole. Must have been in there when I made it, and I just didn't notice it, so I need to do a little bit of repair work. And I've just got some washi tape. That's all I'm going to do is just stick a bit of washi tape on there. Fixed. Okay, so stitched. Okay, so I've got a few things here that I'll probably use in this collage, and I'm not really sure what I'm doing, to be honest. Just might play around. I chose this piece of paper because that sort of, to me, looks a bit like a thread, so I thought that would be a good thing to have for stitched. It's a bit of my stamped tissue paper there. I probably should have ironed this before I started, but anyway, I didn't. And I might pop in a piece of this pretty stuff here. I thought about putting a bird in there, just a plain white one, so I could almost have it. I've just had an idea. The bird's given me an idea. I'm going to stitch a line from yesterday's, so can you see what I'm talking about? I'm going to stitch from day 5 over to day 6, so I need to stick all this stuff down. That's a fairly big piece. I'm just going to shorten that a bit. I would like the music to be on here, just there, piece of that, piece of the tissue. Just looking for a pleasant design, really. I'm going to leave the bird white, like the way it stands out. I've got a couple of leaves that I've die cut, so perhaps one of them could go in there. I've got a piece of calendar. Not sure about that. Not sure about that. I do like that. It's a bit of the spine off of Daphne's diary. I think it needs just another little pop of colour of something. This is something I had already stitched around, and I can just pull it out of there. Shall I leave the stitching on there? I won't leave it on, but I'm going to cut that end off, and that can go somewhere else. No, it's a bit bulky because that's knitting thread. I'm just going to rip it off. I'm not worrying about it damaging the paper because that just adds to its character. I like that idea. So I'm going to glue these pieces down. I'm going to use my art glitter glue, and I'm just going to top down glue it to begin with, and then I'll turn it over and fix it up properly, just tacking everything together so I don't lose my little composition. So I'll put that there. I know it's right on the fold, but I'm not worrying about that. Probably help flatten it down a bit, I'd say. And I'm just going to look for the loose bits and stick them down. So I'm just going to draw a line then on there to start with. I'll just use a white gel pen. So I'll take it from here and go to here. That's where I'm going to stitch. I've got my embroidery needle loaded up with some floss already. My stitches are getting bigger and bigger. Make some smaller ones. So I'm nearly there. I'm back into yesterday's spread. So I'll tie that off on the back. Trim off the thread. Okay, so there's my little branch for my bird to sit on. That one doesn't sit properly. Don't break his foot off. Put it on there like that. I want to just ink around the edge of this, but nothing else. So I'm going to do some splatters. And what I'm going to do is put a little bit of this thread, just through the beak. So I can get my needle through that, doing that. Oh, looks like I'm going to be looking for another bird. That one's lost his beak. Okay, where's my box of birds? Here we go. Just as well I've got lots of them. That one's too decorated. That one's similar. I like that. Okay, maybe there's a different way of getting the thread through. There we go. It looks a little bit like a worm. So ink this one up. I should have probably inked it before I did that, but I wasn't sure whether I'd ruin another bird, so I thought I'd wait and see whether the thread was a success before I inked it. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape on the back of that to hold it there. Little piece. Like that. Going to cut off that, make it a bit shorter. Rather than waste those bits of tape, I'm going to just pop them on there and maybe, yep, do that. And it sort of looks like he's trying to pull that out. Let's stick this one down. Yeah, I have a little bit of thread left, so I just unthreaded my needle. I need to find my needle threader or I won't be doing anything with that because I can't see to thread a needle anymore. Oh, here it is. I had to put this big piece of paper onto my needle threader because I kept losing it. I can't lose it when it's got that attached to it. Well, I can, but it's less likely. I think I'll just stitch along the edge here of this piece of paper. They're not very tidy, but it doesn't matter. So go through that. Tie it off on the back. Okay. And just a little bit of stamping on there. I've got a little flower stamp. It's pretty cute. I don't want black, so I'll use this colour which is called Ganache. So it'll be a chocolatey brown colour. And just a few splashes of something. Coffee, perhaps, because I've used coffee over here. I just need to wet my coffee again. It's really soaking into that tissue paper. And just paint some on there. Okay, so that is day 6. And I'm going to write on here. So 6 stitched. Now 7 is shimmer. So I'm going to go straight on over here with my shimmer. So 7 shimmer. So I would like to splash something over there. Here's my watercolour paints, my metallic ones. So I'm going to trail some shimmery splatters over to that side. Going to try and keep everything sort of with a bit of blue in it. Tap on this one. So I've got that, and I've got a piece, well, here's a leftover piece of that other stuff. Bit of that, a bit of stripe. There. I would like to paint that washi tape, make a feature of it, paint it with something shiny. So I've got, don't know whether it's going to stick, it's watercolour paint. I'm not sure. If it doesn't work, I'll spray it with some oxide stain, mica spray. put some more of that blue across there. It's nice, that colour. I like that blue. You can see it's the washi tape's like a resist. It's not absorbing it. So whether it sticks on there, I don't know. I'll find out when it's dry. I'll give that a bit of a dry off now. And seems to be staying on there now that it's dry. So I'm just going to ink around these pieces here and then glue them together. Okay, I'm just going to tack them together. Can't really remember how I had them, so just going to put them like that. Needs more there, I think. Needs a bigger piece underneath. Okay, so I've got a couple of things. I've got a piece of scrapbook paper. Quite like that. I'm going to put that like that. Okay, so there. I've got a piece of pianola paper. Put that in there. I have a piece of a dictionary page, looks like Arabic or something like that. Just gonna try something. Across like that. I'll get rid of that. And not liking that anymore. But I do like the suitcases, so I'm going to put them in. Just something about the colour, and there's a bluish tinge there, which I think sits in there nicely. So I'm going to put them upside down. That's there, and I want the raggedy edge of this sticking out. And then this across. And I've got this butterfly that I cut out of the cover of a magazine, so it was off of the Vogue issue. I thought that would look nice over the top. Just going to put these pieces together. I'm going to pop that up there. And then this one, let me see with the, just see what it's like with the butterfly on there. That piece I should go over there a bit, and then the butterfly on there, or around the other way. That bit going that way, and then the butterfly. The butterfly's got the colours that are in all the other things apart from this gold. I really want that piece to stand out, so it probably needs to be either at the top or at the bottom. It's got to go more underneath. I think that's better. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to tack that down. I want to glue that. Sorry about my chair. I'm not sure why it's all of a sudden started making noises. It's probably about to fall apart. That piece I want to trail over the 2 days. Like that. So I can get that up. I think they should touch. Yeah. Trying to sort of connect everything. So So one day leads to the next. I'll just put a little bit of stamping over there. Will do. It's pretty shimmery as it is, but I would like to put some of this on it, make it even more so. I'm not going to try and emboss it, that would just be too hard. So I'm going to use this white one. This might not work either. And it's not going to work because that paper's way too shiny. I'm going to have to use acrylic paint on there. Got some gilding paste. I'll try that. That'll work. Probably should not do it on top of the book though. Do it over here. Just going to put my butterfly down. I think the easiest way to do this, because it's got so many holes in it, is to probably just tap some glue around strategically and then go back and glue down the bits where it's obviously sticking up. Okay, let's put that there. Oops. Come back and do the antenna. And have some more splotches on there. And I'll see if I can get this white to work. So I'm taking it back to yesterday's to connect the two together. And there's the shimmery butterfly. You see the probably work, be able to see it a bit better when it's dry. So that's number 7 done, and that was Shimmer. And number 8 is Blossom. So I'm just going to go straight on with it because I've got things on my desk that I can use. So I'm going to go 8, Blossom. Maybe a piece of that. What's this? Oh yeah, garden. I didn't use that one other time, so I'll use that now. What else is here? Orange rose. I'm just going to stick it down. I'm not going to really think about it. I'm just going to plonk it and see what happens. make that a bit thinner. That's going to be my connector between the 2 days. And then what I can do at the other side is another big piece of it to take it to the next day. So then I've got this piece. So I'll have that pink showing there. This lovely orange rose can come out there. Forgot to ink it, doesn't matter. Another little piece of that pink can go there. Here's another piece. It can go where? Just there. And then my garden sign. And I'm going to put a flower on top. This flower came off the Daphne's Diary poster. Just going to use that as my focal point. Keep that other one for something else. And I'm just going to pop that down somewhere. I think it needs to be inked. It covers up that little sign, but now I need to splatter. And I think for this one I might use the metallic black. Is it going to show up? Don't know if it is. Let's get a bit more pigment in there. There we go. Take it back to yesterday. And forward to tomorrow. Okay, so that's Blossom, day 8 done. Day 9 is Hidden. Oh, I think I need a bit of time to think about that one. So I'll leave it at 7, 8 and 6, 7 and 8. 6 stitched. I'll show you what I did. So I've used my stitching to go from yesterday over to day 6, and my bird is holding a bit of thread in his mouth, and I've done some cross stitching there. I've got silver splatters on that one carrying over to need some glue there, day 8, which is Shimmer. So I've got my gold butterfly on there, and then that carries over to day 8, which is Blossom. Got my big pink flower in the middle, and my splatters carrying over for the next one. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it's given you some ideas of how to interpret the prompts if you're having problems. And yeah, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, I'd love that. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. Doesn't cost you anything. And I'll see you in the next video. So I'll say cheers from Australia. Hooroo.